fellow beaters. So today I've got an earring tutorial for you. This is a simple one and we'll probably make up in about half an hour, 45 minutes, and kind of a fun gift to make. All you're gonna need are some super duos, a 4mm bead, which I have here, 4mm, 11s, and a 3mm. The 3mm is kind of optional, so you can always leave that off if you don't have it. You can also use an 8/0 or something else. But over here in the center, I have put my 3mm to kind of fill in the little open ring there. Okay, so I'm using two colors of super duos, and one, let's see, this is the chalk red super duo, and these are from Michaels. There's the tube. And this other one is bronze iris, which are also from Michaels. So those are the two colors. You don't need to use two colors, but if you need a total of, let's see, 34 super duos, 17 per earring, because I've got that odd number because of the one up here. And so 8 of one color, and then, let's see, doing math, 26 of another color. And that's what you're gonna need. You're also gonna need a 4mm bead. I'm using a fire polish, which is also in the same color as my super duos, in this chalk red fire polish here. And those are 4mm. My 11s are called Rose Gold Luster, and they are miyuki, and they are from aurascrytals. And finally, I have 3mm bicones. And again, you can use whatever 3mm bead you have, and you can also leave this off, so you don't necessarily have to use one. But this color is called Siam AB, and these are from crystallandbeadsforfriends.com. I'm using 6-pound fireline, and then you'll need the 2 ear wires. And that is it. So let's get started. Okay, to start us off, our earring design here, I have picked up my super duos and my 11s in alternating order, so 4 of each. And then I am going to go back through the beads and tie a knot. So first I need to make a ring or a circle, and then I'm going to oh, I'm tripping over words. Apologies. And then I'll tie that knot. Okay, so I went ahead and just kind of gone through all the beads. I'm just going to tighten this, and I can tie the knot and tighten my ring at the same time. And there it is. There's my little ring. Go into this super duo and the next 11 just to kind of pull the ring away. And then I'm coming out of an 11, so I went through the super duo and then the 11. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick up my 3mm bead here, and you don't have to add a bead if you don't want to or don't have one, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I am coming out of that 11. I'm going to go directly across to the 11 right below. And that'll help the 3mm bead pop right into the center. And I happen to be using a 3mm bicone. And there's the bicone right there in the center. And now I'm going to go right back through that bicone. And then back through the 11. and then the superduo. And there it is. I just want to see if my focus is good. There. Now go ahead and switch to the second hole of the superduo. Pick up 3, and I'm using a slightly different color, as I mentioned earlier, so you don't have to do 2 different colors like I am. But you're now going to pick up 3 superduos and go into the next superduo here, like so, and then repeat. So we'll do this 3 more times. And go into this next one here. And oops, got a piece of white thread there. And again, pick up 3, go into this next one. And last time, I'm going to pick up 3 and go into this superduo. Okay, so here's your piece so far. Now continue through all of these 3 superduos that are together, and then we're going to switch directions here in the other, well, and you can go through all the beads again to reinforce, but I will hold off on that and just give everything a nice tug. Okay, now switch to the other hole of the superduo. And pick up an 11 and go into the next superduo. So you're going to add an 11 where the gap is small, and then here between these 2 superduos you're going to add the 4mm. So pick up 1 more 11 and you're going into the superduo there. Now because that gap is a lot wider, I want my 4mm fire polish. And so I've got my 4, and I'm just going to go into the next superduo. And now we're just repeating all the way around. Pick up an 11, go into this next one here. And again, pick up an 11 and go into the next superduo. And then pick up a fire polish or 4mm, whatever you're using. And again, we're gonna pick up an 11, go into the next one, pick up an 11, going into the next superduo. Almost got all the way around, pick up a fire polish. And now it's time for the 11s. And 1 more 11, and then we're at the fire polish. And right through the superduo and into the next 11. And there's your piece. That is what it should look like at this point. So let me go ahead and get rid of this tail thread. I forgot to grab my, there's my thread. Zap. I love this thing. Okay, so let's see. We got to go through a superduo and come out of an 11. And now pick up 6 11s. a superduo, and then 5 11s. Bring those down. And you can change the length, so you don't have to necessarily do 6 if you want to make this a little bit longer or shorter. I think less than 5 is probably not going to fit and give you a nice, neat look. But it's up to you. Designer's choice, or maker's choice, I guess. Now go back into the second hole of this superduo here. And then pick up 6 more of the 11s. That's 4, 5, and 6. And then go into the 11 that is way over here. So this will be essentially the next 11 on the other side. And there it is. It's basically done. Now the only thing left to do is to tie off. But I'm going to go around and reinforce this first and then tie off. So let's just make our way around. So you're just going to go through all of the superduos and 11s and fire polish. And as you can see, you'll have to wiggle around a little bit just to kind of get the right angle to get through the beads. Definitely, especially with the superduos, there's always a little bit of fiddling around. Making my way around and okay, we're almost back around. So I'm going to get through the fire polish and superduo and 11. Yay. Next superduo. And then I want to go up into the seed beads that are part of the ear wire. Okay, there we go. So I'm just, again, like I said, I was reinforcing, and I am just going to run through these, run the thread through. I'm not adding anything. And then it's time to tie off. And yeah, I know some of you are going to be like, I didn't do the diamond pattern, but sometimes you gotta try other things. Of course, you can do the diamond, so just ignore, don't add if you skip adding the superduo there, then you can go ahead and do my typical diamond pattern. And now I'm going to see if I can get through. Okay. I'm going to make my way to the fire polish, but I'm going to come out of the superduo right before the fire polish. And now I'm going to tie a half hitch knot between the superduo and the fire polish so I can tuck the knot into the superduo, or into the fire polish rather. Okay, I'm going to tie one more here, right in between the 11 and the superduo. And I just want to make sure that it is. Then tuck the knot into this super duo. And the last one here is going to be again between the super duo and the fire polish. And then we are going to trim the thread, add the ear wire, and we're done. There we go. Trim my thread and okay, I added my ear wire and there they are. Oops, that way, wrong way. So here are my earrings, and this was a quick one today. I was a little short on time, so I thought I'd do just a quick, simple one, and we're all set. Well, I hope you like this, and stay tuned for the next one. There's more coming.